मोगाचनो हांगासर आज आमी ही श्रद्धांजली दिवचे कार्यक्रम जाल्ल्या वरवीं आमी ताळयो पेटच्यो नाकात जाल्यार आमच्या मदें पयले फावटी आयल्यात देखून तांकां स्वागत करचें आमचें कर्तव्य जावन आसा. आमच्या मदें आसात कर्नल राज मन्नार, ते हांगा कोडयाळांत आसच्या मिलिटरी रिक्रूट ताचे डिरेक्टर ते जावन आसात आनी हांगासर ते आज आमी आपोवणें दिल्ल्याक ते आयल्यात. तुमच्या सर्वांच्या तर्फेन हांव तांकां स्वागत म्हणटा. एक थाळयो आमी पटया. वेलकम टू यू सर टू आवर गॅदरींग हियर. तांच्या सांगाता तांची पत्नी आयल्या, पतीन मिसेस मन्नार, मिसेस राज मन्नार. फॉर यू ऑल्सो वेलकम मॅडम. सांगातास आमच्या मदेगाद आसात मानेस्त स्टॅनिलस रादो, ते जावन आसात सब इन्स्पेक्टर. ते 21 वर्सां 21 इयर्स CRPF हातूंत तांणी सेवा दिल्या आनी ते तांणी जायत्या जाग्यार जम्मू काश्मीरांत 9 वर्सां त्रिपुरा आनी जयपूर आनी अशें जायत्या जाग्यांनी तांणी सेवा दिल्या. तेय आमच्या समज आसात, तांकांय हांव स्वागत म्हणटा. मोगाचनो आमचे सांगात आसचे कर्नल राज मन्नार, तांकां कोंकणी भास येना देखून ते इंग्लीश भाशेंत उलयतले. ते देखून पयलें जावन हें आतां कार्य जावन आसा आमी आमच्या सोजेरांक श्रद्धांजली पाठोवचें. ते देखून आमी पयलें जावन हांव उलो दिता ह्या श्रद्धांजली कार्याक आमच्या मोदें आयिल्ल्या मुखेल सैरो जावन आशिल्ल्या कर्नल राज मन्नार हांणी आमकां उद्देशून ह्या आर्म्ड फोर्सीस ताच्या विशयांत आनी आमकां ह्या विशयांत थोडी जाणवाय दिवच्याक उलोवच्याक. आय रिक्वेस्ट कर्नल टू प्लीज कम ओवर हियर अँड शेअर युअर सेंटिमेंट्स विथ अस.
Yeah, respected Father Melvin D'Souza, Father Derek, other members of the clergy, and my dear brothers and sisters. It is indeed an honor for me to be standing in front of such a huge gathering. And I am grateful, but I am more grateful to this uniform which I am wearing, which has made me worthy of standing in front of you. Because I don't think otherwise Father would have located me in this big city of Mangalore. He came to me yesterday and requested me to speak to all of you all. So I am grateful to this uniform. Actually this uniform, if you look at it, is just a piece of cloth, which today if you go to any of these shopping complexes, you will find a lot of variety of cloths with this pattern. But if you ask a soldier, it's not just a piece of cloth. It takes us 18 months to a year to put in hard, dedicated effort to earn this uniform. And for me, it is life. This month of February, it is actually the smallest month of the year. But if you look at it, it has been really brutal. That's the only word which comes to my mind. And why brutal? Because it has made every minute of this month seem much longer. Because the waiting. Waiting for what? Waiting to see one's husband, one's father, one's brother. Waiting for that one phone call for that family of that soldier to hear that he's okay. Waiting for that one message from that person who's posted at that border back to the family to say that is okay. And the worst part, waiting and praying, just praying that nobody comes home knocking at the door to tell you that that person who was there at the border is no more, and waiting and praying that nobody comes to your door knocking. This month actually comes with a lot of hope. After all, we celebrate St. Valentine's feast. And everyone, everywhere, all around the world is looking for an expression of love. But the first day of February this year, it brought news of the fatal crash. And we lost 2 young, handsome pilots in the crash which took place at Bangalore. We were just recovering and we were wanting to sue that company we were going all around the social media. And come 12th February, we received the news that the avalanche had struck somewhere in Arunachal Pradesh, and we lost Major Nishit, who was buried under snow, 6 feet of snow, and he couldn't be evacuated just because of bad weather. 14th February, Valentine's Day. This day, the world is normally colored in red. Red stands for love, and red was definitely the color that day. But it was not the color of roses. It was the color of the blood of those 40 CRPF men who were blown up that day. This cowardly act brought a lot of comments. A lot of people were angry. A lot of people made a lot of comments on the social media. The media went berserk with commenting on a lot of things, and we all cried revenge. Everybody wanted revenge. Everybody changed their DPs on WhatsApp and the Facebook overnight. While the nation was still trying to find out as to what happened, we had Major Chitresh, who took upon himself to go and defuse an IED. IED is an improvised explosive device where the militants make a bomb, and it can be anything. It can be inside a pressure cooker, it can be inside a cycle, it can be put inside anything so that you can't make out that it's a bomb. And Major Chitresh was a young major. He took it upon himself that he'll go and defuse it. And we lost him that day. And it was that time when his father was distributing his wedding invitation cards, because he was to get married on 7th of March. And he didn't know that his son had made that sacrifice. So unfortunately, we lost him that day. We were still wondering as to how to take revenge for the 40 lives which we lost. And news came that there was an operation on in Pulwama, where those masterminds had been tracked down, and there was an operation on which took place over a period of 24 hours, and we finally managed to kill those masterminds. But we again lost Major Vibhuti with a team of 3 soldiers. That went down in history. And again, 19th of February, there was this air show which was inaugurated at Bangalore, and we again lost a young pilot, Wing Commander Sahil Gandhi, where he was performing or practicing for the finals, and the 2 aircrafts collided and he couldn't eject. So in a matter of about 20 days, we lost about 45 lives. So which has been a big, sad, tragic event for our country. Now let me talk a little bit about what happens in the army. We keep having these tragic events, but we bounce back. We are ready to fight, and we are ready again, standing at the borders, because we have to defend and we have to be ready for all eventualities. I have, in my last 1.5 years, I go around asking people, why do you think people join the army? So I receive a lot of answers which say people join army because they are very patriotic. But now I have a doubt. Is it that we in uniform join the defense forces just because we are patriotic? Is it that you people are not patriotic? No. People join forces, or a guy or a person decides to become a soldier not because he hates the enemy in front, because he doesn't even know him. He joins the defense forces because he loves the countrymen who are standing behind. He is there at that border, fighting, defending in all the weather, bad weather, inclement weather conditions. He is standing there 24/7, just because he loves the people, he loves the country which he is defending. And he also does that because he believes that there is a grateful nation which is take care of his family when he doesn't come back, or when he comes back in a wooden box covered with the tricolor flag. But the army is not only about fighting on the borders and defending our country. We are also ready for a situation within the country when the local administration is not able to control the situation. There have been so many cases. The landslides which happened in Uttarakhand, the floods which happened in Kerala, the attack which happened in Mumbai. All these events, the army, the defense forces has always been there. And we have been there because the army teaches us that we are a secular nation. We don't look at what is the community of people we are helping out, or what caste does he belong to, or where or which city has he come from. It is just that the army trains us to be secular and to help out anybody, anywhere, in whatever situation. So at this stage, let me tell you a small story. I myself am belonging to Chennai. I am a Tamilian Brahmin and a Iyengar. So it is supposed to be one of the highest castes of Brahmins, where before I joined the army, I was told not to do this, not to do that, not to eat non-veg, not to touch a plate which has been touched by anybody else, to drink water from top, to stick to particular timings. But the day I joined the army, I was given a ceramic mug. And that one mug was used for everything. Right from drinking water, drinking tea, washing, bathing, everything. And this mug was given to everybody else who joined with me. So we tried to scratch our names to say, okay, this mug belongs to me, so I'll not give it to anybody else. But the training of 18 months, the mugs get exchanged. So using that mug, which belongs to anybody else, who's used it for everything else. So it's just a small example which I wanted to share with you, where the defense forces trains us. It breaks our mental inhibitions. It's not about the physical strength which you have. It is about the mental courage, the mental determination which you have, which takes you forward. And it learns, and it makes you learn and respect each other, respect each other's community, respect each other's religion, and respect each other for what that person is. So we don't ask at that time what community, what caste, what religion you belong to. One more thing which we have in the army, we don't have temples, we don't have gurdwaras, we don't have masjids, we don't have churches. We have something called a Sarva Dharma Sthal. We all pray to God. It doesn't mean that we don't pray to God. We have something called a Sarva Dharma Sthal, where you'll find the Guru Granth Sahib, you'll find the Bible, you'll find the Quran, you'll find photographs of all the gods. And there'll be one God which everybody prays to. We have fathers in the army, we have Granthis, we have Maulvis, we have Pandits. So at times you will find a father who will help you out, or who will help out the Punjabis. You will find a Maulvi who will be there looking after the Pandits or looking after the Hindus. You will find a Muslim officer who will be ready to wear a tikka in a temple. Because when we go to battle and we stand shoulder to shoulder At that time, we all know that the blood which runs in our body is red in color. It has only one color. It doesn't talk about caste, religion, or whatever differentiations which we have. But once that soldier who's fighting the battle on the borders against that difficult climate, once he comes back to the city which he belongs to, or to the place he belongs to, on holiday or to meet his family, he is introduced to a new, different type of world, which is divided by caste, religion, communities, and all the different kinds of divisions which we've created for ourselves. The politics, all the different things which he is not even exposed to when he's there. So when he comes back, he feels sad as to whether it is the right thing or the right place or the right country which he's fighting for. Because we always talk about India as unity in diversity. We have all diverse cultures, we have all diverse religions, we have all kinds of people who come together whenever there is a cause like this, like you people have got together today. We all stand together behind those forces only when such incidents occur. But during normal times, we are back to the old kind of people or the old kind of mental setup which we have. So I only request all of you today that when that soldier comes back, let him come back to a country which he believes that is worth fighting for, and which he believes always that there is unity in diversity. I finished. Thanks a lot. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for these wonderful words. You have really enlightened us, and we feel that it's a great honor to listen to a serviceman, listen to a soldier. We have listened so many stories, but today we have listened what is real. And we are really proud of you, sir, and really proud of all those great men who give their chest to the bullets which fire into our borders. And we salute them for their great sacrifice. And today, this gathering, we promise through you to all the men who are guarding our nation, that though we may not be able to hold guns in our hand, but we can join our hands for you and for your family. We stand together in honor and respect for you. Let's all rise. Ami या वक्ता आमच्या सर्व देवादीन जाल्ल्या भावां पासत मागया आमची जबाब आयक आमचे प्रार्थन हे सोमया सर्गींच्या देवा बापा आमच्या बॉर्डर आसल्या सर्व सोजेरांक राख आनी सांबाळ हर एका वायट विघ्नांतले तांकां राख तांच्या जिवाक तूं भद्रते दी म्हणून आमी मागता पुलवामांत तशेंच जायत्या जाग्यांनी आपलो जीव होगडायल्या सर्व आमच्या सोजेर भावांक जो आत्मो तूं सलवार कर तांकां सर्गींचे राज पाटय सांगातास तांच्या कुटुंबादारांचें दूख पुसून काड तांच्याच घरांत रितो जाल्लो तो जागो तूं भरती करून दी म्हणून आमी मागता झुजा वरवीं अंगविकल जाल्ल्या आमच्या सर्व सोजेर भावांक तांची मुखली जिणी सारूंक जाय आसली हर एक गरजो पूरक जावन तूं आशिर्वादीत कर तांच्या गरजांनी तूं पाव आनी तांणी मुखली जिणी संतोशान सारूंक जाय आसली हर एक आशिर्वादां तूं पाठय म्हूण मागता आमच्या सरल्या सर्व सोजेरांक ससनाचो विशय मागून आमी म्हणया ससनाचो विशय दी तांकां येसोम्या निरंतर प्रकाश तांचेर फांकय समाधानान तो विशय घेवन दी आमेन. Paying our respects to all the slain soldiers, let us now spend a moment of silence in honor of them. हांव आतां आपोवणें दितां आमच्या वडील बापांक तांणी येवन आयच्या ह्या मिटिंगाचे अर्थ आमकां थोडो समजोवच्याक.
Respected Sir, Colonel Rajamanar, you brothers and sisters, we today as citizens of India pay tribute to those 40 soldiers who lost their lives. It is very tragic and sad. We have prayed for them. We have prayed for their family members. And this paying tribute to them is also an occasion for all of us to especially remember those soldiers who are in the border, the defense force. As the sir just now explained with a little example of a mug, the odd situations they are facing, the weather, the enemies, the sacrifice they make, they sacrifice their family, their comforts, not because there is an enemy outside, but because they love the country. More than that, I feel they love us. That's why they wear this particular uniform and had said that is their life, and that life they give to the country and to all of us. And today we honor them all. We honor the entire defense force. Now this paying of tribute to these soldiers and praying for them, not just a passive action, rather it is more active, because our praying for them, for their family, is a spiritual weapon by which we strongly condemn that dastardly act of violence, act of killing, and act of terrorism. And it is with this spiritual force today, we all of us join together to fight against that terrorism, that fight against evil force. We pray that better sense prevail. May God specially enlighten their minds who perpetrate this type of violence and killing. May God put that kind of enlightenment in them. May their conscience be pure so that they change their lives to save the lives and for the good. Jai Bharat.